So it's a 1.5 cups of flour, a small package of lemon pudding, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now I'm going to mix together my wet ingredient. So I have my 3 eggs, a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, softened, and that's salted butter, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, and a 1/2 cup of oil, 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt, and then I'm going to just bring that all together. Take my dry ingredients and flour at a time. And the last thing I'm going to put in is the lemon zest, and that's the zest from 1 lemon. All right, so that's my batter. And what I'm going to do, because the molds are pretty small, it's much easier to pipe the batter in, so I'm going to transfer this to a piping bag, and then I'll fill my mold. You can use any kind of spray you have. And I'm going to fill each one of these about halfway full. And then once I've filled them, I'm just going to drop them to even those out. Okay, so my oven is set preheated for 350 degrees. These will bake in 20 minutes. It's cool, and you can see as they're cooling already, they're starting to shrink a little bit, which is perfect. I put the molds on a tray to bake them. So as I took these off the tray, this one just popped right out. So I'm just going to take that out and put it there. This one came right out. So, you know, they're very easy to get out. So I'm going to move this and get the rest of these out. And then I'll let them cool completely. Okay, so I have baked my lemons, and I've cooled them off. I have a bag of vanilla buttercream that I've striped with raspberry pastry filling. I would normally fill these with lemon curd, but I didn't have any, so I think they'd be really tasty with the raspberry also. So I have a Wilton tip, a number 230. That's what I use to fill cupcakes or these cookies or Lady Locks also, which I'll be doing a video on those as well. And then I have a bowl of granulated sugar. Here I have some green food coloring that I have mixed with limoncello. And then I have, this is actually Wilton Copper, and the green that I used is called Laurel, and that is that's from Americolor. And then I have just a bowl of limoncello. Okay, so I'm going to fill these, and I'm just going to fill it like you would any cupcake. Just insert my tip in there, and then squeeze and pull. to fill that. So I'll go ahead and do all these. And there's the little point is here, and then that's the flatter side. So I'm going to fill that side. Okay, so I'm all set to decorate. So I'm just going to take my lemon and start with the limoncello. And I'm going to paint that, and I'm just going to bring that deeper yellow. I don't want to cover the whole thing because I like that, you know, the different colors that you have. And then I'm just going to add a touch of green, you know, just for realism. And then I'm just going to drop it in the sugar, give it a toss. And that's my my pretty little lemon. Now this will come out more as the sugar gets saturated, so that color will come out even more. And then I'm just going to put this in a mini cupcake holder and go on to the next one. So I'm brushing the whole thing. Add my yellow. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. You don't have to do it the same, you know, each time. Just add a little green in there. Toss it. And I am just tossing it. I don't want to press that on or anything because it'll just be too sweet. I don't want to lose the tartness of that, and I want that limoncello to come through a little bit too. And I'm doing the backs of these. With the peaches, I paint them all the way around. But with these, I don't think you need to do that. Now, I would recommend that you have gloves on as you're doing this, but I'm out of gloves, so it all comes off eventually. If I didn't have stained hands, it wouldn't be normal for me. Now, if you didn't want to use limoncello because of, you know, the liquor in it, these are quite moist cookies. You probably wouldn't need to brush the first one. You know, brush it all over with limoncello. You could just mix your food coloring with maybe some lemon extract. You have to use some sort of alcohol, and extract has alcohol in it because you want that moisture to evaporate off the cookie so that it doesn't make it damp. But a couple of these I've forgotten to brush the back, and the sugar's still adhering to the back because the cookie's it's so moist.